I would always talk, and he would tell me, Paul, stop talking. I'm trying to sleep. And this one particular night, he says, if you don't stop fucking talking, I don't know, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to do something. I don't know. He may have even said, I'm going to fucking piss on you. And and I just said, so it was silence, right? So, and then, Eric. So as I'm talking, I just feel fucking warm piss. He stood up, pointed down, and pissed all over me.
What's good?
What's good? Welcome, guys, to another episode of Exile Podcast. We have another guest. We're going to try and keep this consistent. This dude, you guys have heard us talk about multiple fucking times. You guys have heard his voice multiple fucking times. Well, see, this is what he does, by the way. He's fixing my mic for a reason. You've heard him multiple times. We talked to him. We've talked about him multiple times. We shout him out on a constant fucking basis, bro. Like always, right?
Okay.
But we felt that it was right that we introduce him this time because we want to incorporate him a little bit more in a sense that, like, if we're talking to him, you guys should know who the fuck you guys are, like, listening to or dealing with, right? So, without further fucking ado, shout out your local butthole bleacher, Mr. Paul Ward himself.
Damn,
dude.
you beat me
What's
to
up?
it. I wanted to say that too.
Welcome, brother.
How's it going?
Good, bro.
Hey, look at that. Didn't even fist bump me,
Come
dude.
on.
Awesome.
See, we're starting off
on.
right. So, Paul doesn't really drink.
Oh, I busted a little bit.
I
too.
don't.
He avoids it, but I get pissed at him because he's like, I don't drink, man. And I'm always like, hey, man, when I'm in town, you want to grab a drink? No, I don't drink. No, I don't drink. All this bullshit, right? He goes on fucking vacation. He's like, I was fucking tanked every fucking day. And then not only that, but like, it's not even on vacation. He'll have drinks here and there too. And I'm like, motherfucker. So you have drinks, just not when I'm here is what you're saying.
Let the guy live, god damn it.
I want to enjoy some drinks with my fucking homie.
Well, look at what we're doing now.
We're doing that now. Cheers, fellas.
We're doing it up.
Works.
Thanks for coming on, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Of course.
Thanks for having us at the studio.
Drinking on the job.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, God, I wish I could do that every day.
Here, I fucking need to. My fucking boss.
So good.
Fuck 'em.
You see, that's why I don't drink very often, because when I do, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's the problem. Even for me. Oh, man. It's
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me.
absolutely. Before we get started and go like into like any topics or anything, bro, what's going on with you? Like, you just did something fucking amazing. Congrats. Just give us a little bit of a rundown what you got going on. How have you been? How's life treating you? Like, just give us a little shit show right now.
A synopsis.
Yeah.
I have a lot going on, man. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough, but then I
You
look.
really see it and you think about it, you're like, oh.
Yeah, that goes back to like ever since I was a kid, I've always had ADHD to the max, and the way I guess have figured out how to be able to live with it without going crazy is by just always doing a bunch of things. And so even in adulthood, it's kind of like the same thing. I think we've talked about it before, where it's like, if there's nothing worse than being bored, that's like hell to me. So, but right now, I've got now 3 businesses, the guitars, the studio, and then a doggy daycare, which is out there.
That you just got into.
Yeah. Hold on. It's
Yeah.
Nevermore Guitars, Nevermore Records, and what's the name of the new acquisition?
It is called Deluxe Dog Daycare.
There you go. If you're in El Paso and you got to drop your dog off somewhere,
You're perfect, bro. I'm about to take your ass there.
put me in the doghouse,
A little
baby.
extra snip down there. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then I teach college on top of all that.
No shit.
Yeah.
How often do you do that?
Right now I got the summer off, thank God. But it's usually it's a daily thing. But I do it online only now.
Oh, sick.
Back in the day, I used to have to go on Fort Bliss, the military base.
Yeah.
And but I got seniority, I guess, because I've been doing it for so long. So now I get to just do everything online. So I get to work from home, and it's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's sick. I'm jealous for sure. Absolutely.
Don't worry, I'll drop you off soon, bro.
Yo, if you ever see videos of me just rolling around with dogs, y'all know what the fuck happened.
Finally, like, you can get clean. This dog can get cleaned up.
Well, I will say this. So one of the appeals to me to buying this business was the fact that it's not like what most people think when they think of like anywhere that a dog is put. They usually imagine like kennels and crates.
Yeah.
And there's none of that. Like the dogs straight up get like couches and a TV and huge ass rooms that we call suites. So if you're a human, you'd be just as comfortable being there as you would at home.
I'm just saying, bro. It's starting to sound pretty good. You should fucking drop me off there, dude. I'm just saying. Fucking on a couch, dude. Got some fucking dogs next to me and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Amazing.
You'd fit right in.
Perfect. How do you feel about, like, you know, we mentioned kind of like incorporating you, maybe you handle like the Q&A questions or something, like what's your take on that? Because like I personally, you've added a lot of value to us. You've kind of steered a lot of our podcasts in terms of like us making sure that we're on track or the right ideas are being nailed.
I mean, shit, he's taught me about like how to do a podcast, essentially. You know, like
exactly.
Well, do I do this? Or do I do that? Like, or
yeah,
I don't know.
You've been instrumental in our execution for sure, bro. Like I can't say that enough, or can't attribute that like to you enough. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you feel about like at least being part of us in that sense?
I love it, man, because I think my approach to podcasting is the same as like recording a band. You know, there's a weird thing in the world of music when you're a producer where for whatever reason a lot of bands have a hard time letting go of the control.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with podcasts, it's always been kind of the same thing in terms of like, are these guys really going to like listen to these suggestions, take this advice, or is it going to be a butting of heads? You know what I'm saying? And you guys have been really, I throw the suggestions out there. You guys are the ones that execute it and run with it. So for you guys in particular, it's been badass because you guys are so willing to like take those suggestions, and you can take it or leave it, right? But you guys make it work and do what's best for you guys.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I appreciate
It's
that.
been fun. Like I said, like having him answer like those the first time. When was it that he chimed in? Like, you know, it was something funny as fuck. But once I heard him, I was like fucking.
It was the
cracking up.
butthole thing, wasn't it?
Was it that one or was it right before
He
that?
has a secret formula for
I
it.
think it was. That's it. And the coffee.
Oh, dude, and then the time that we were like, he's under the table right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That shit had me fucking dying. I was like, and it was nice hearing. It was nice hearing your voice. So I was like, man, let's fucking make this a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
was stoked on that.
No, that's awesome.
Just going based off of what you said, or like, you know, taking that in a little bit. I will say, you know, you say that we take your advice and stuff, whatnot, but like honestly, aside from like looking at you as like our producer or anything like that, like you've been a solid fucking homie, and you fuck around with us. We'll text like so it goes a little bit farther than beyond like just saying like, oh, you're here like part of the fucking studio or whatever. Like, nah, you're a homie, bro, for sure.
I appreciate that, man. It makes it all fun, man. At the end of the day, anything that you do should be fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so having those relationships with you all is fun, you know? Makes my job easier, and I think it makes your job easier.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not like a fucking stressful. It's fucking work. It's something we have to do. Like, it's for fucking fun, you know? Like, to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
You can't, like, if you want to have a beer, go for it. If you don't, fine. But the choice is yours. Like, have fun with it. Like, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a firm believer that no matter what you do in life, if you're not having fun doing it, is it really worth doing it? Like, I know there's hard decisions you have to make sometimes in terms of like, you know, you have work, you have things that you got to pay the bills. But man, if
Taking
you're
care of
miserable,
business.
That's a shot at me, by the way, guys.
No, I mean, I was there. You know what I mean? I was there too, man.
I know. That's why I talked to you about it so much. You know what I'm saying?
But for real, like, I think you guys have fun with this and it shows. And I think that's what makes it worthwhile more than anything else.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. we've had like zero return from this, right? Like it's not like a monetary thing,
Right.
and yet there's no like sight of me being like, oh, we're stopping this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for sure. So you've heard every single one of our episodes, but we do a over
More
and
than you
over.
guys have.
Yeah. We do a reoccurring segment here where we list off our top 3 artists in our current rotation right now. You don't have to go into detail. You can say where the band's from, whatever the hell you feel about it. If you want to shout them out, like we definitely, if they're worth a shout out, whatever, just whatever you feel you're going off on. Stevie, would you like to get us started?
Sure. Mine is still weird like the last one, and it's like, man, I listened to this for fucking metal.
You remember when you gave me shit?
Just trying to spice it up a little bit, man.
No. Fuck you. I did a whole episode where I was like listening to some other shit, and then I come back and I'm like, I think I'm back, and you're like, thank God, bro, because
you were on some weak, like you're on some like sad boy shit, weren't you? Yes. At least the fucking like, if I'm changing it up with rap, it's not like some sad boy shit. Still some fuck you boy shit.
All right, fuck you, dude. Give me your fucking top 3 artists.
First, man, I got YG on there. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Are you familiar with YG?
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
He's a rapper, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember where he's from.
On some ignorant.
Oh, he's
shit.
like, yeah.
On some ignorant shit.
Second is gonna be 3 6 Mafia. I've just been on a big 3 6 Mafia kick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to see them. But then the next one is gonna be fucking random as fuck. And if Eric ever hears this, he's gonna be like, "You fucking bitch." Seven Dust. You fuck with Seven Dust? You don't.
Oh, I don't either.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care about your opinion.
Whoa.
Okay, no. My sister's favorite band growing up, me growing up, was she was listening to Seven Dust like crazy. So she fucking put it on me. I've seen them like several times and shit. A couple with her, and I just fucking, I don't know. And then they just announced they were coming. I don't know if you saw that with Static X.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm like, fuck, man. I don't know. This takes me back to a good time.
Yep.
I got to see them once with Cold Chamber.
No shit.
Yeah. That was
when was that?
90s, man.
Don't ruin his day, dude. Don't ruin his day.
What?
I was like 3 years old.
I was in the womb.
No, shit. That was like the good era, dude. Like when they like nu metal was like fucking really like on high speed.
What are your thoughts on nu metal, Paul?
Fuck, dude. That's precisely why I'm not a fan of Seven Dust. They were pissed, though. I remember that night. Lejean got really pissed off at the sound guy. And I remember him throwing a bottle at the club and like just busting it on the side of the wall and was just like pissed. And then they took off.
Shit.
I mean, like, did they perform at all?
Yeah, they did. But they were whatever. You know what I think it was? I think they actually got kicked off stage.
Oh,
if I remember correctly, I think they were going too long because they were still like up and coming, and they were going on too long. And I think the sound guy cut them off.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So safe to say, I'm the only one that fucks with Seven Dust. All right.
We all got our own bands like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, my shit's random, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say I appreciate them. That's what I'll say.
Cool. Fuck yeah.
Paul, what
I'll
you got?
take it.
So mine, speaking of how fucking old I am, you know what? I've actually been listening to. Are you guys from? Are you young?
You young bucks.
Young
Are
and
you young
familiar
bucks?
with Susie and the Banshees?
I've heard the name. I can't say I could like recall it. Maybe if I heard a song, maybe, but like
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I have never heard that.
So, are you guys familiar with Florence and the Machine?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If you were to take Susie and the Banshees had a baby, like a kid that grew up and started doing a band, Florence and the Machine would be that.
Okay.
So it's very
Okay.
Florence and the Machine. If you ever watched the first Batman movie, I know it's old. I was literally a kid when that came out, but that's like one of the main songs in that movie. It's just really good, man. And the reason I started listening is that she hadn't performed in like 20 some years.
Oh shit.
And just recently did like the first show. And I was like, dude,
That's
I
always
heard.
exciting.
Yeah. So I've been throwing her on. It's really moody, really it's good shit, man. You guys should check it out. Number 2, Turnstile.
There we go.
Yeah, man,
That's on my list too.
Dude, I've been just nonstop since that new album came out.
Do you like their old shit though?
Yeah, I do.
I
do.
fucking love their
yeah,
old
of
shit.
course, man. Yeah.
The thing is like, at least for me, right? I listen to their old shit and there's so much aggression there. And
Right.
it feels fucking good, right? And you get to the new shit and the aggression is hidden on some of the songs, But for the most part, it's feel good fucking music.
Right.
It's so fucking good, man.
You know what? I didn't start listening to them until their newest shit.
Yeah.
And I just one of those things like I never tried, and then I was let's give these fuckers a try. Listen to the new shit. I'm like, fuck, it's cool. Listen to their old stuff. I'm like, oh, it's different, you know.
Yeah.
But they're fucking sick, man.
I do.
Those guys are getting very popular. I see all
dude.
over.
They have like pictures where they're hanging out with posts and like all kinds of shit. Like they're blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
But I do love that, dude. I love seeing the evolution of bands in that sense, dude. Like, it's so fucking sick to see them grow and like the sound matures and it doesn't suck ass. It's like, oh, dude, they did it right.
Right.
What's cool about like the music today too, and like them especially, is they could play like, say if they were to play on like a fucking hardcore
anything exactly
tour,
yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Say they were to go in a different, softer direction, I wouldn't be surprised.
They're touring with Blink right now.
Exactly. That's that's a good point.
Yep.
So,
what I like about them though, man, is that not only are they good, their music's good, but dude, like one thing I look for in a band is a band that you can say like that's them. Like nobody sounds like them. They don't sound like anybody. They're so distinct.
Yes.
I love that about them.
Yes. I agree with you.
which a lot of new bands, you're like, oh, I could see like they fucked with, they influence from this band or that band.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They definitely have their own sound. I will give you that.
And number 3, man, like I have to thank you guys actually for this one. And it's just coincidence that I happen to be on. I had never heard of them until I heard you guys, since I listened to your shows 6-7 times. I kept hearing you guys mention them. Finally, I was like, who the fuck is
These
this?
motherfuckers keep talking about.
Despised Icon, man. Like,
nice.
fucking good, man. I feel, and maybe, I don't know if you guys will agree or disagree. I love Morbid Angel. I love Hatebreed. And I feel like they're a weird, mix of those two.
That's cool.
I could see. Okay, this is the problem with mine because, and you guys know this history, right? Like, I don't listen to shit like Morbid Angel.
Right.
Right. I have listened to Hatebreed. I actually do like Hatebreed.
Right.
So I could see some of that, but I don't see the full concept that you're going with. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But that's
No.
me.
No, that's a good.
From
That's
a
good
lacking
point.
perspective.
If I'm not mistaken, dude, fucking Despise is toward both of those bands. Yeah.
Wouldn't doubt it, man.
Yeah. No,
They're
I'm pretty
so
sure.
good, man.
You know when they what album was it? Which was the one that has the Ills of Modern Man? Oh, is that the name of the album?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, dude. I'm fucking terrible
This
at shit
one.
like that, bro. Yeah, there you go. I will say that when they toured playing that shit, dude, oh my God, the shows were fucking good, man.
They're just a unit of a band.
They're fucking
Honestly.
sick, dude.
So when did you listen to them? Like,
Literally, like
It was
a
that-
month ago.
It was
Really?
after my top 3. I remember
Yeah.
you talking about it on your podcast.
It was
Yeah.
not even that long ago. Maybe a little bit over a month.
damn, I'm
But
glad you
it's
like them.
like that's how I know a band is good is when I keep going back. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And yeah, like they're really fucking good. And I have to give them credit because there's not a lot of new bands that I can say that about. I'm very, very selective, very picky. But man, dude, like
what's cool about them is like not a lot of bands do is they have fucking two vocalists.
Two vocalists.
That's something. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not. I don't play music, but I'm like, fuck. How do they make that fucking work?
a lot of
like-
structuring for sure.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard.
But I will say though, because I've seen, at least when I was like in a band, there was a lot of bands at the time trying to do 2 vocalists, and I think Despise was a lot of like had to do with that and shit, right? They could never execute.
Yeah.
These dudes fucking execute, man. And the vocals that both of them put out, total difference, like big difference.
so are they like just singers or is there one on guitar and sing?
No.
Because I've never
No.
seen them.
They're both like just
Oh, wow.
just
Both
straight
running
up
around on
vocalists.
fucking stage.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fucking shit up.
One is in
I
charge
need-
of the fucking pig squeals, and he does
Yeah.
the other shit. But and then Alex is just fucking like,
Yeah.
just straight up. Yeah,
I need to check that out.
It's fucking,
it's fucking sick.
Wow.
They go back a while, bro.
Dude, I saw, man, I think I still have it. I have a DVD or something. I can't remember if it's a DVD or what, but there's
It's
a
all
video.
VHS or something.
There's a video I have of them, right? The drummer, dude, he plays with marching sticks backwards because like fucking thick because he just shatters them, dude. And he's fucking insane. Have you heard that the song MVP? By any
Oh yeah,
chance?
of course. Uh-huh.
Where it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking blasting and
Yeah,
shit. It's like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
that drummer is fucking sick, dude.
I think that was actually the first song I heard.
That might be like one of their most like popular songs.
Yeah, yeah, because I think I
Fucking
just
good.
went straight. That's awesome, man. Yeah, they're great. And so thank you guys.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm glad you like them. Like you don't get to fucking hear like, oh yeah, you put me on to Despise. Like, oh man, that's a band to be put on to.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For
Oh, yeah.
sure. Let's go into my top 3. My first one is Impuritan. I actually posted them on one of my stories or something, right?
Yeah, I remember
And you
that.
were right away like, dude, they're
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Dude, West Tennessee Deathcore. They just dropped a new album in like May. It's called like Child Eater. Bro, they're fucking...
Child Eater?
Yeah.
That sounds gnarly.
Bro, you have to listen to them, Stevie. For
yeah.
sure.
Remind me.
I have not stopped with those motherfuckers. And you... what band did you put me on? Was it Fugitive?
Yeah.
Where I told you I could listen to the from front like to end just nonstop? Same shit.
What
Whole
are
album,
they like?
beginning to end. Fucking death metal, deathcore. Like
who'd you compare them to?
Fuck.
If you had to.
That's a good question.
That's tough.
They're good though, man.
That's
They're
tough.
like really up and coming too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have a lot of listeners at the time. I always have a problem with this, bro. Like every time someone asks me, like, what do they sound like, right? Because like if I say death metal or deathcore, there's so many different ways to go with that shit, right? So like,
So not your straight up deathcore.
no. I'm trying to think of someone that you may know. Because if I say like Frozen Soul, right, the vocals don't add up for that shit at all. You know what I'm saying?
Instrumental wise?
Instrumental wise, they're there, but for sure they have a different like ballsy or heavier sound. It's not that. What was that shit that Eric was talking about where they have that buzz?
The
sound?
buzzsaw sound. Yeah.
Yeah. It's more clean, but dude, you gotta just listen to it, man. I have a fucking hard time describing shit like this, and that's one thing that
I'll
I
check it
fucking
out.
like. When you and Adrian do H&H podcast, right?
Yep.
You guys go into depth about like the artists and like you even name them and shit. Like, I can't do any of that shit.
Right.
If I tell you to listen, it's because I fucking love them and shit. But like, I can't. It's fucking hard for me in that sense, bro. But they're fucking sick. I've been jamming them a lot at work, in the gym. Seriously, you gotta check them out.
Damn, so they are go-to band, huh? Different spots of your day.
yeah, for sure. Number 2, Angel Dust. Right? They're a super group composed of members from Turnstile and Trapped Under Ice. Fucking sick. We're talking about how bands evolved and have their own sound. Same fucking concept, dude. They have songs that are like very like punk, rock and roll, like old school sounding. And then their most recent shit, like they have an album that's like trucker songs, it's called, right? Like songs for truckers or some shit. Fucking mellow, like beautiful sounding. It's exactly like Turnstile where they like grew into a sound. They don't sound like Turnstile, but they're fucking up there, dude. They're really fucking good. You gotta check those dudes out. And my number 3, well, this guy already fucked it, was Turnstile. So what I did was, since I've been jamming them, I created like a playlist. I'm really big on playlists. I know we've talked about this shit.
Yeah.
I put them like both into shit with like similar soundings, and I just fucking let that shit play, dude. I fucking love it.
Awesome.
But
Remind me to jam these guys, man, because
I got you, bro. I'll
I'd be
fucking send it to
forgetting.
you. I did have a comment to make while we were talking about this, right? So you brought up Seven Dust, and you were like, oh, it's because like my sister, and you have history with it, right? These motherfuckers over here, right? They'll say an artist, and I go listen to it, and I'm like, no, dude, I don't fuck with this, right? And I tell them, right? Like, I'm just talking to them like a boy, right? Like, hey, yo, dude, I checked that shit out. I don't fucking like it. And they'd be like, you disrespectful fuck. Like, they paved the way for
You
this
son
shit.
of a bitch.
They paved the way for what you're listening to and shit, right? And I'm just like, well,
Damn,
I never
so-
heard of motherfucker.
so
Okay?
your age shows when you get after his ass.
Yeah, but I think it has a lot to do with what we were shown and what we embraced from the get-go, right?
Right.
So, like,
It can all go back to that.
yeah. So like you guys mentioned Air, right? And I told you I gave them a shot. And I hear like bands that I listen to, I can hear it in their shit. So like, obviously they took sound from them.
Right.
I know Adrian misconstrued it and said like Air sounds like Taking Back Sunday. And I was like, no, fuck no. They were way before that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I could see where there's like a little bit of a disconnect, and age might be a factor. Or it might just be the fact that we just like literally started off on different shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of music, though. There's so fucking much.
Yeah, absolutely.
So fucking different.
Absolutely.
Oh, you don't like this? Go to the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, you showed me
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, dude, all right?
the story so far.
Oh, shit.
And you know what, man? Like, okay, maybe I was a little bit biased, and here's why. You know, I listened to it, and I was like, then I looked at the date, and I was like, yeah, these motherfuckers are doing this shit like 12 years after this shit was fucking first done.
Yeah.
And so that gave me a little chip on my shoulder of like,
Did you guys ever
How do you feel about this?
You guys ever wonder why Paul and I don't ever hang out? It's because he ruined our friendship.
is that the story so far?
Nice.
Fuck you, dude.
Well executed.
yeah. I fucking love the story so far, man. I can't believe it. But I'm glad you at least gave him a shot, bro.
Yeah, of course.
And
You know
hopefully
what?
you try again, like on some like I don't
think
know.
I will.
You can't win them all.
Yeah.
You can't.
I will.
But there's something about like some girl recently posted something and she had said like if you ever share like an intimate song with someone, your favorite song, and they didn't hear you out, like you get pissed off, right? And in my head, bro, like there is so much intimacy in sharing music with people that people don't get it. And it doesn't have to be like romantic intimacy. It's just like you're letting someone in on something that you fucking love and are passionate about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So the fact that they try it, like legitimately try it, is worth it. Like if they just bullshit and they're like, oh yeah, I heard it was whatever, it's like, fuck you, right? Like,
Yeah.
So
You know, I always, when I hear a name that I've never heard, I always have to go and explore and see what they sound like. And I always just wish, and I always wonder, like, is everybody like this? Like, I wish people did that due diligence into like exploring new music, but
I'm the same way. I fucking go, when I'm into something, and it's like not even like into a band, but you want to like discover. You found something like it. You want to find more like it. You know.
Right.
I'm like that. You know, like Sam will say. I mean, it's like, fuck. Like when you're in, you're in. You know, and I like that shit. I like discovering more shit. I like fucking doing my research and fucking just learning about, you know, whether it be music or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. That comment alone, though, that's what kind of separates, at least, like, I could say us three in the room for sure. When you're in, you're in. We're individuals that fully fucking commit.
yeah.
Like, and that's what differentiates us a lot from people for
Absolutely.
sure.
One thing that I remember, like when I first met you, Paul, at West Texas, like I met you and then I started seeing you more. We would just like jam. We would talk like music.
Yeah.
Like you would tell me about some bands or I'd tell you about some bands and like we fucking clicked that way. And I always liked that.
Right.
That's the
You
first
know?
thing you told me about you, dude.
Yeah. No, that's what, because I remember too, you weren't like nervous, but you're like, hey, so what does he like? You know,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, well, you want me to lie to you? Or, nah. He's, depending on the day, he's the cooler brother. Nah.
Taller.
Yeah.
The taller brother. And he
Taller,
likes
more
better music.
handsome. Here comes Eric about to fuck me up, dude.
I'm
Who's
just
more
kidding.
handsome
I'm just
now,
kidding.
bitch?
Hey, that's true because Eric is a fucking bully.
Yeah, really.
He's not a bully. But no, like we would talk music, dude, and fuck. I mean, I feel like we'd probably talk for, you know, maybe we had an hour or two, maybe. We'd just
Yeah,
fucking talk
absolutely.
jams, and I always liked that. So when I would see like a band or something, and the next time I saw you, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna tell Paul about this shit.
Yeah.
And, have you heard about this band? No, and you know, we just from then it was cool as shit.
Yeah.
And then Eric would tell me a lot about like you playing music and stuff. So I was like, fuck, man. So he really is about it. Like that's his shit, you know.
Yeah.
Actually,
Playing it, living it, all
yeah,
that.
yeah, while we're on that fucking topic, like literally perfectly, are you currently in a band? What bands have you been in? Give us like the lowdown on your musical career right now.
Oh, fuck, man.
He's like too many. From
Yeah.
what's easy to tell?
I've been in a lot, man.
When like what age did you get into to like, well, not music but like starting maybe playing bands?
A project.
Or, yeah,
My
a project.
first project, man. I must have, and this is no joke. I think I was like 12 years old. I started playing guitar when I was
Maybe
9.
like 70 years ago or not?
So about 12 and a half years ago. No, yeah, dude, I was like 9 years old. I started playing music, and I remember I used to hide to myself the fact that I liked metal because I went to a Catholic school.
Yeah.
And so it was like one of those things. And so I started like kind of getting my buddies like, check this out. I was showing them like Metallica.
It was all like hiding it. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Hey, here's this. Don't let your parents listen to it.
Exactly.
Passing off like
dude.
drugs, dude.
And I actually convinced all my friends around me I was like, hey, you guys need to learn how to play like me. I convinced them, and they convinced, because going to Catholic school, there was a lot of rich kids. So they convinced their parents to buy them instruments. And that's how my first band ever started. And my first band was actually a Metallica cover band.
Sick.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, I think our first show, I must have been like maybe 13, maybe 12-ish, around there. We did just nothing but Metallica covers. But yeah, man, I was young. Then did like a death metal band. I was actually in a band with Eric for a little while.
Oh, yeah, I remember him telling me.
And then it all changed when I joined a rap rock band. So
Oh shit! Let's hear about it.
I mean, it was interesting. Actually, I was playing a show at a club that it was always like, when you're a kid, you know, like I used to go to this club and I was never allowed in. So we used to just go whenever big bands were playing and just like hang out outside and just listen to them.
I remember you. I think I don't know if it was you or Eric telling me that. Yeah.
Yeah. We like, I
Eric
remember.
Eric would go inside.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
older.
Yeah.
And you would like.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
fucking Big Brother shit. I do remember that. Yeah.
You know, I remember seeing like the Deftones, for example. Like, dude, I was actually allowed in this time, and it was like literally like me and like 5 other people, dude. Like, it was such a small, like, intimate club. But I finally got to like play this fucking club, And I remember it was one of those situations where it's like, you got to come in and play, but as soon as you're done, you got to leave because you're not allowed to be in here. And at the time, there was a dude who I'd rather not mention, but at the time, like his band was, it was blowing up, like not only like locally, but like regionally, nationally. And I wasn't really into the rap rock thing, but he hit me up afterwards. It was funny because I thought he was actually hitting on me. I was like, but everybody,
no surprise.
I was like, fuck, man.
Not again.
Because he asked me for my fucking number, dude. And I was like, what guy asks you for your number, you know?
You're all looking in the mirror. Damn.
Yeah. I'm all flexing.
I don't have one.
Bites the fucking finger.
Yeah, man. But at the time,
Adrian's gonna get fucking mad about.
Actually, it's funny thing is so at the time everybody knew who he was, that dude, and because his band was blowing up, and he called me like literally that same night and was like, "Hey man, like, would you be down and try out for my band?" I was like, "Fuck yeah," you know.
So you weren't hitting on me.
yeah. Oh shit. All right.
Just to be clear, by band you don't mean wiener, right?
I was like, dude, at that point, I was ready, dude. I just wanted to make it.
When are y'all gonna fucking wear this beer?
And actually, that's how I met Adrian. Adrian was in that band.
Oh, shit.
No shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we did the rap rock thing, man. And that took off and things were going really good. And got to tour with, a lot and do a lot of really cool shit. And then it just kind of progressed, man. I've been in, since then, probably at least half a dozen, if not a dozen projects. You know what I mean? So right now, the big ones, which we're kind of not doing a whole lot, is like Texas Cutthroat. That's just like my passion project because I just love playing heavy shit. We're also do kind of like electronic project. We also did like kind of a mellow, more music-oriented project called Tragic Landing. But the big one, the one that we had the most success in was called Aisling, AISLING, which is crazy because we started blowing up on a new metal fucking YouTube channel, and I hate the fact that we're blowing up on a YouTube on a new metal channel. But
that's what I trip out because I remember when Eric told me about that. And I saw like pictures and shit. I just recently saw pictures, I guess, on your Facebook.
Yeah.
And I trip out on that shit because I'm like, dude, don't like new metal, but like. You fucking look new metal. Your hair, dude, like reminded me of something.
I gotta see this. I gotta see
straight out of the '90s, bro. Late '90s.
It was crazy because I got hit up about 3 months ago about some dude from Brazil who was like, dude, like your band, I'm gonna put it on my channel, and I was just like, yeah, dude, cool, whatever. I didn't know, but this dude's actually like a big YouTuber. And he put one of our songs, and it's like re-blowing up, and I was like, "What the fuck,
girl? Why is this happening
in
my life?"
Right? But no, man. I mean, it's been cool. To me, I like being a part of anything musically. I've got a couple of other projects. One in particular, I can't really talk about, but not a whole lot's going on with that, anyways, right now. But just anything musically, man, from electronic to, I mean, you name it. Like, I love doing it. Like, I'm not all about just metal. Like, I'll do any kind of music.
Yeah, that's sick, man. I wish I could still be fucking involved in music, but
it's never too late. I want to be. Like, I literally, like, maybe it must be, like, when I come to the podcast and we talk music and stuff like that, and maybe I come to your place and I get inspired, should I say? But I want to fucking, like, I used to play guitar when I was a kid with my dad. Yeah. And it was cool, man, but I never stuck. I was stuck with it for a few years, and after that, like, I just hadn't fucking ever touched it again. My mom is like, "Hey, your guitars are here. When are you gonna pick them up?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna pick them up." She's probably been telling me that for the last like several years, you know.
Yeah.
But no, it's just about being with you guys. Like, I fucking do. You're like, "Fuck, man. Like, we should start a band." I'm like, "Fuck, dude, I would love to." Like, I'd like to like pick it up and just restart. You know,
I'm probably dog shit at vocals now, but I still just want to fucking jam. You know what I mean?
Do it, man.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'll record you guys. I'll make you sound amazing.
We play live and it's absolute ass, dude.
He's like, "You're doing good, sweetie." He's like, "Fuck."
Before we move on, you brought up Adrian. Adrian eat a bag of dicks.
I heard that dude is like hard to get a hold of. You know, hard to see.
Yeah.
What's with that?
He ghosts me sometimes on text, and then he'll be on the fucking episode and he has the audacity to fucking talk shit because I said I don't like Bud Light. First of all, bro, drink some whiskey, be a man. All right?
Oh,
You're drinking water.
shit.
You're drinking water with a little bit of a tang to it, okay?
A tang.
That's all it's got. It tastes like fucking aluminum.
And do it outside of your house.
Oh, yeah. Come out with the boy. We actually, Adrian, we all hung out today, had drinks, had food. And where were you?
Oh man,
Dude,
that's a big call out.
It's 8:30 right now. We've been hanging out since what? 3:30?
Yep. Got 5 hours deep in your butthole, Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking your bleached butthole.
He's like, once he hears this, he's gonna be sweating. He'll be like, I can't believe these guys talking about my bleach butthole.
I gotta get it touched up.
Which reminds me,
Running down
dude, toss out from under the table.
And love you, bro. You're cool as fuck. I'm just yanking your chain because fuck Bud Light.
I've been saying, dude, for years. It's because he feels all nostalgic about it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude.
Oh, he's one of those. Huh?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't give a fuck how nostalgic it makes me feel.
Yeah,
My taste
Bud Light
buds-
was my first beer that I ever drank. You think I'm still drinking that?
No.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Fuck, dude.
So, while we're moving on to other facets of creation, because you're talking about your music, right?
Mm-hmm.
You currently have 2 podcasts that I'm aware of.
Right.
Actually, I think 3.
Three.
Yeah, 3.
One's kind of
Yeah, 3. So you have the one with your wife. What's the name of that one? I apologize.
Together for the Dogs.
Together for the Dogs. You have H&H podcast, which is half and half.
Mm-hmm.
And then most recently, you have the Dad podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's start off with Together for the Dogs,
Okay.
and then move on, and we'll finish off with the Dad podcast. But just give us a little bit of a rundown on them, just because they should be able to hear what you're about.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Together for the Dogs. I think like you and your wife, Sammy. You and your wife, Sam.
Yeah, she's Sammy. I mean, we
Yeah,
call her
Sammy.
Yeah.
Like you guys kind of remind me a lot of like me and my wife in terms of like it's no bullshit. You're just having a good time. You know what I mean? It's just the relationship is fun.
Oh yeah.
And so a lot of people, I don't want to say envious, but I guess a lot of people like they struggle with their relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're like, it's not really that hard. Like
That's what we agreed to. That's what we kind of said too. You know, even in the beginning, like people I don't know if for you, some of our friends, you know, her friends or my friends, like, oh, I wish I had what you guys
Right.
had. Oh, it's so nice. It's like, I mean, we agree, but it's like it's not that hard to have.
Right.
Like if you fucking put in the work. You know,
Exactly.
so yeah, I trip out hearing that shit. That's all I was saying. Like, I can agree, you know, with what you're saying.
Dude, my wife tells me the same shit.
There you go with that shit.
it took me 2 seconds.
Hey, we could not have a serious conversation about that for you to go ahead and fuck that up.
Let me finish my fucking sentence.
Hey, why don't you go ahead and
disrespectful
introduce your
fuck.
wife right now?
She's not with us at the moment.
She's on the table in your hands.
She's holding your beer.
That's a good wife. I'm just saying.
No, he's right-handed, bro. So it's like,
I like to do it with my left one, so it feels different every once in a while. You
Makes
know?
sense.
That's your side piece.
Oh, you
shit.
motherfucker.
I had to, bro.
Continue,
I had
Paul. I'm
to.
sorry.
Sorry,
no,
dude.
dude.
Sorry.
No, that was great, man. That was so fucking good.
Yeah, my
I
wife
mean-
too.
Yeah, my wife tells me the same shit all the time.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, dude. No, I mean that's really what it came down to. It's kind of like I don't know. I feel like sometimes we're an anomaly when it shouldn't be that way. It should be like that should be the norm in a relationship, right? Yeah. So we were like, let's just like go and talk about our relationship shit, and we did. It's weird considering that we're married. We just have a hard time making time for it because usually, since like when we are together, since I do work so much, she works a lot. It's like, oh, let's go do something else.
The little time you do have, you want to like do the things, go to the places you want to go to, this and that. Yeah,
exactly.
Of course. Making the time, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. She gets a little bit upset with me though because she's like, you don't have the patience for me on our podcast the way you do for Adrian. And I'm like,
man.
well, fucking Adrian bleaches his asshole. It's different.
Dude, how many podcasts do you guys have?
3 total.
Okay.
Yeah. So those 3. Oh, how many episodes?
Episodes, I'm sorry.
I think we stopped at like 8 or 10, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We plan on doing more because I have a studio at the house too. It's just like a small little podcasting. So that was the whole point too, was to use that, but we haven't. So
fuck. All right, that's pretty fucking dope. I will say I don't think a lot of people can say that they have something in conjunction with their wives. So
yeah,
it's fucking sick.
How does your wife feel about it? Like, does she like love it, or is it like you two guys are trying it out?
She gets really annoyed with how I get on the podcast.
Do you take like leadership or?
I think it's because like my annoyance becomes very emphasized when she says certain things, and it's like a different mode because you're on, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, oh, I can't believe you just fucking said that.
No. Yeah. I think that's what like my wife is on, you know, like about that, you know, like, well, I don't want you to get mad at me or this and that. Yeah. It's like, I get it.
Me too. I think the jealousy of like, I never hear you get like that with Adrian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have heard that before.
But with Adrian, it's because I can kick him in the shin when he says something stupid.
You can't kick your wife in the shin.
Exactly.
It's the end of the world if you do.
Exactly. But yeah, that one, it's fun. We need to do more episodes though.
Does she chew gum on the podcast?
No, man. Thank fucking God. Isn't that annoying, right?
Well, I'm just saying though, you better start cutting her some slack then.
That's true, right? The thing is though, is like she doesn't put out as easy as Adrian. So.
Yeah, he's a little slut,
dude. That dirty dog.
Like, I know no matter what I say during that hour, he's gonna put out. So
he's a cheap little nasty son of a bitch, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
We should run a train on him.
He just made his mouth water.
Burst in the fucking door.
I fucking running. I heard you guys were running a train. I'm in. All right. So, speaking of Adrian, you have Half and Half podcast.
Half and Half, yeah. That one's fun, man. I mean, Adrian and I, just as we've been friends for so fucking long, we would sit there and shoot the shit all the time in the studio. We'd be working on music, and we would just spend more time talking. You know, we've always been like that. And
when did you guys meet? How long have you guys been friends?
How long have you guys been fucking?
I met.
Hey, no, that's the same question. Yeah, they met.
I just wanted to rephrase it.
They met. They fucked.
We fucked, and then I introduced myself.
I didn't even know his name.
I just saw that fucking bleached asshole.
I was like 15, 16 years old, man. Actually, it's a funny story. When we used to see each other, we went to high school. We used to see each other in high school, and like I was always like, he would like mad dog me, and I'd mad dog him. I was like, who the fuck is that guy? And then we became friends, and it was like, why were you so mad at me? And he told me because he was like, you're a little goth kid, and like I just wanted to hug you. And I would tell him like, I just didn't like your baggy pants.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so we've known each other forever, man. Like, I'm talking like probably going on almost 3 decades.
Damn,
that's sick, man.
Crazy,
that's solid.
That's dope. And what's your guys' like aim for that podcast? Like, what is it you guys do?
How did you come up with it? I mean, who came up with the idea?
I think we had always talked about it even before podcasting was a thing. You know, it was like, dude, we should press record and just record all this shit. And that's what it started off as. Like, honest to God, man, like when we started it, it was never an intention of like, we're going to get people to listen. It was always like, so whenever we wanted to, we could go back and just listen to the stupid shit we would say.
Yeah.
And then people started listening. And it was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, people are actually hearing what, like, it was just weird, man. And it just kind of took off. And it's just, we've just kind of let it evolve on its own. You know what I mean?
That's sick.
Okay.
I like that, dude. I like that.
Yeah, totally unexpected.
How many episodes are you guys in?
I think we just hit 60. Or 59. We're going to hit 60. Yeah.
60 was
almost. Yeah. I'm waiting for 69, man.
That is gonna
dude, it better be a fucking banger, dude, because I swear.
Literally,
yeah.
Exactly.
Bang her. That's going to be a fucking shit show. Let me know when that happens.
Yeah.
So I can come and
listen and
check that fucking wild shit out.
Yeah.
Make a party out of that 69er.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, I know you guys are.
Fuck, dude.
And what about your newest?
So Dad Podcast. So obviously we're older. You know what I mean? We don't like being older, right? But as you get older, you encounter weird things. And a buddy of ours who we've known actually almost just as long as Adrian and I have known each other. He hit me up with the idea. And I was like, you know what, man, that sounds actually kind of funny, especially considering how funny this dude is. Like, he's pure fucking comedy. Him and his brother, Eric and Nick, shout out, like, they are just fucking pure comedy. So it was like,
I've heard nothing but like good things. I mean, I've met them, but I've heard nothing but good things. Yeah.
Both drummers, both musicians, also like just the coolest, most like down to earth dudes. You guys will actually get to meet them tomorrow.
Fuck yeah.
But just pure fucking comedy, dude. I don't know what it is about like, we all went to the same high school, but we just have that same, like, dark sense of humor.
So that's how you met them?
Yeah.
Like in high school?
In high school, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta say, dude, that fucking podcast, fucking first episode, you guys came out swinging hard ass dicks,
that shit ripped, for sure.
Oh my God, it was so fucking funny.
I wasn't like expecting that. I was like,
Me neither.
I was like, I wonder, like, what the fuck are they gonna talk about? Like, what direction are they gonna go? Yeah, and whatever. Yeah. I heard it, dude, in my at work in my AirPods.
Yeah.
Fucking laughing at work. They're like, "Hey, fucking crazy, what are you laughing at?" I'm like,
"You don't want to know, bitch."
I was cracking up when you guys were talking about the whole fucking like prostate exam.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Fuck, dude, that was so fucking funny.
What did you say, man? I'm trying to think. Like, this is random. What did you say when? Fuck, what happened?
Dude, he's had his butthole blasted more than anyone, evidently, dude.
I have. And the only way to look at it is to laugh about it.
Straight up. What was it? Fuck. You jack off to your grandma?
Oh, yeah. Adrian was like, he was saying something about.
I do remember that.
Oh, because he always to like get his point across to show that he's like.
On my grandma.
Being on my grandma.
Right.
As we're talking about jerking off.
You said how many times do you jack off?
You
jack off in a day.
On my grandma once. And then Eric was like.
You jack off on your grandma? That shit was fucking. Once I heard that, I was like, man, I am fucking hooked, and it's only number one.
Exactly, that's what I thought too, bro.
So please, I want more of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And see, with those dudes too, it's like literally that's a conversation that would have happened whether the mics were there or not.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, I talked to Eric, I guess maybe the day before you guys did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, man. Like, he was like, I don't know if he said him or somebody was like, well, they were questioning maybe like too many people or something. And I was like, dude, listen, the more, like, I knew all the guys in there. So I'm like, all your guys' fucking brains at one fucking table, like, there is going to be fucking magic. There's going to be something going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it came out better than I hoped, actually. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Again, it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning, man. It's like if you're having fun doing it, keep doing it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we've established this. I think what was it, 2 episodes ago? We were talking about passion projects, like you bleaching buttholes.
Exactly.
It's just like,
once I'm no longer having fun.
It's just like,
I'm done with you, Adrian. Find someone else to fucking bleach this shit for you.
Fuck, man. It's funny, dude, because like I obviously I hear it back, or like even when I go back and just edit random things, right? I hear shit, dude, and some of the shit that comes out of our mouths, dude, is sometimes it's just like, I really fucking said that. Like, why the fuck did that even come out? You know? But
dude,
damn, dude,
I'm not surprised. Like you stop fucking surprising me. I do look at you and I'm just like, you really fucking said that. Like, yeah. Okay.
Dude, there was one episode you guys did. And you guys were dying laughing on that episode. Oh, the one with Brandon, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Again, I edited it like 6-7 times. Dude, I think every time I progressively was dying more and more and more.
Dude,
such a good episode, dude.
I'm very proud about that episode, man.
Me too.
Brandon fucking killed it.
Hey, you know what's funny about that, dude? So we have a group chat called The Degenerates.
Yeah.
Right? And Brandon's in there.
Dude, fucking, he's random as fuck. Dude, fucking squeezed his fucking chest together. So here you go, Caesar. Some titties for you.
Bro, so that was like about a month ago.
Yeah.
The other night, Caesar fucking reposted and like, love me some titties. I don't know what the fuck happened. Dude. It's like, dude, fucking vicious assholes, dude.
Oh, man. Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, dude, that shit's.
Dude, I was coughing up.
This is so good.
How many times are we gonna apologize to him, dude?
He's like, you guys are fucking done. I was coughing up a fucking lung. I was gonna piss my fucking pants like he did, you know?
Bro. And then the fucking next episode where we're fucking talking about him balding, dude. And I was like, why are we going this far, dude? Fucking assholes.
He's like, why do you guys keep bringing it up?
You know, he actually brings it up in the chat.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
yeah.
You guys are fucking, you guys all love me that much. You guys just
talk
talk about me
so much.
nonstop. You guys are
That's
obsessed
it,
with me.
man.
Yeah.
Dude, I met him that one time, and I love the dude. You know what I mean?
He's a solid dude, bro, for sure. It's funny, dude, because he'll get ripped on like a Sunday randomly.
Yeah, yeah.
He tees off in the chat, bro.
I woke up one fucking Monday morning and I was reading back everything. I'm like, what is your problem? What did David do to you?
Bro, he just and I don't even reply sometimes because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm out or doing shit, and he's fuck you, David. It's like, whoa, dude, this dude really hates
The next
me.
morning he's all apologizing. I'm like, we know, Brandon. You got fucking,
You don't need to
you
tell
got
us.
fucking ripped last night.
That's awesome.
That shit's fucking funny, dude. I'm very fucking thankful for the start of this podcast, just because like looking back on shit and just like, fuck, man.
The people you've
Yeah.
met, the stories we've had, everything.
Cheers to meeting you for this shit, bro.
Jeez, man. I feel like podcasting, people don't realize it. Like, it also makes you learn a lot about yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, think about it. The one thing to do is fucking talk.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking talk about anything, man.
Yeah.
Fucking learn about everybody. Learn this. You know, you really do learn like so much and figure so much shit out.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the things that I try. Like, you know, all the podcasts that I produce. You know, in the beginning, it was like, you know, you can make money, you can do this, but actually, through all this time of doing it, it's been more of a like the value add comes from the therapeutic nature of doing a podcast. It's weird.
And the networking.
Yeah, of course.
1000%.
Just learning.
Well, it's therapeutic, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, and I think I had a good like mindset coming into it. Now that you said it, right? But I do think that there's a lot of people that come into this game and they're like, I'm gonna podcast and make a shitload of money.
Right.
Bro, you gotta pay your fucking dues with this shit.
Exactly.
There's
yeah.
no easy way with this shit.
Right. It's true.
The algorithms are fucking gnarly, dude.
Absolutely. But to me, it's consistency and just kind of sticking to it and doing it again because you love it, you know?
Passion
It's
projects.
fun, man. It's fun.
So, Paul, not last time. A few episodes ago, we had your brother, Eric Ward.
Yeah.
Okay? So, you guys who don't know, the fucking Ward brothers.
Yep.
We had him on, and he kind of teed off on you, bro.
Fuck yeah.
He had so many stories to say about you and made you look weak and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And his whole thing was like, I'm trying to toughen up my brother, and he pretty much put you in all kinds of shitty situations,
he
right?
did,
Like,
man.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
made you fight random gangsters and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, is there anything that you want to say, comment on, maybe in your defense? Or is there a funny story you might want to throw Eric under the bus?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I have so many.
Hey, let's start a podcast, a separate podcast.
Yeah.
Only ripping Eric Ward.
Exactly,
We'll
dude.
probably have 100 episodes.
What I love about Eric is that he remembers the story, but he remembers it his way.
Of course.
And that's
Of
truth,
course.
right? Like, and but you know what, man? Like, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about like stories that I could share, but I started realizing like all the stories that I remember the most. At the end, I'm the one that ends up looking bad no matter what.
I'm gonna burn him with this.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
like for example, you know the P story, right?
We,
The hey Eric.
oh, dude, yes. I fucking, dude, at the shop,
I do know this
I just
story.
hear all that. I hear that all the time.
No. Please tell the fucking story, dude. Please tell the story, because I didn't believe
I'll
this
tell
shit.
from my perspective.
And I was like, why the fuck do you guys always say that? Then I heard the story.
Yeah, man. So like, see, it's a fucking story that's supposed to be like against him, but it makes me look. I'm the one that whatever. So the story is that I'm a talker. Ever since I was a kid, I'm a talker. Like I said, I have ADHD, so I'm
You
know.
poor child. You just had ADHD. I'm sorry.
Exactly, man. So we would share a bunk bed, right? So his bunk bed was above mine. And it was kind of like, here's his bunk bed, here's mine like this. So I'm looking up and I can see his right here. And it's pitch black.
It
and
wasn't
so,
your typical like this.
it was like
slanted,
that,
yeah.
exactly.
I haven't seen that.
And so I was just like, I would constantly say, "Hey, Eric," to like tell him something, and he would get
Can you do
pissed.
it for us the way you sounded? When
I'd
you
be
were
like, "Hey, Eric."
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the man himself.
Oh God! So I would always talk, and he would tell me, "Paul, stop talking. I'm trying to sleep." And this one particular night, he says, "If you don't stop fucking talking, I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna do something. I don't know." He may have even said, "I'm gonna fucking piss on you." And yeah, and I just said, so it was silence, right? So, and then, "Hey, Eric." So as I'm talking, I just feel fucking warm piss. He stood up, pointed down, and pissed all over me. And of course, I told you to shut the fuck up.
What did you do?
I was in shock, man. I was just like,
stop.
And our parents weren't like, they were, okay. So our parents were weird, dude. So like we couldn't like just like leave the room. So honest to God, dude, and this is something I don't think I've ever admitted to anybody. I think I just like went to sleep and dried off naturally.
You know what, man? I'm fucking pissed on his friend. What an asshole.
I'm so glad you don't like the story so far.
Oh God, man.
Oh fuck. I've heard that story, bro, from everybody but the person it happened to, so it was even funnier hearing it that way.
Oh God, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
man. And pretty much growing up, that's how everything started. You know, was
How
him.
old were you, like, more or less?
Maybe 5 or 6.
You piece of shit, Eric.
Yeah, man.
You're a dickhead.
So that would make him what? How much older is he?
He's 3 years older than me, so like easily,
Pushing 10.
like yeah, pushing 10.
Little
Yeah,
fucker
yeah.
knew what he was doing when he was
Yeah,
pulling out that fucking
exactly, man.
ding-a-ling.
He's pulling out that thing for a reason, bro.
Did he tell you about the time he shot me?
With what?
Okay, because I know last time when he was on here, he talked about how I pulled a gun.
You
on
pulled a
him.
gun.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yes.
So okay, he tells the story wrong though. He says, well, it really wasn't him. Well, I don't know. It's all a blur. But you remember, those pump like shotgun pellet guns?
The BB guns,
Yeah.
the daisy cutters. Yeah.
So I remember it was him and some brothers that we were friends with, and they're sitting there like pumping the gun and shooting birds and shit.
Like typical boys do.
Yeah. Like, and dude, like, but I'm talking like long distance. Like they had the scope. Like, those motherfuckers are just as powerful as a bullet. They're just much smaller. You know?
Yeah.
So I remember they're sitting there trying to see how many times they can pump this gun.
I did that too, yo.
Oh
Son
my
of a
God,
bitch.
dude. So I'm walking in the yard and they start pointing it at me. Eric says it was him, but I think it was our buddy that did it. And I was like, no, guys, like, no, like what the fuck,
No,
dude?
guys.
Like, yeah.
No, guys, please.
So
Why do you even have to say no? Don't shoot me.
yeah, dude,
Are
like,
they really friends?
and all of a sudden, like, you just heard pop, and like it hit me in the leg. And so I remember Eric saying it wasn't even loaded, and I'm like, dude, like there's blood all over the place. And then like so of course in true Eric fashion, you're gonna appreciate this, Stevie. If you fucking tell anybody, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
I haven't heard him say that.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, you just shot me. Like,
Fuck you, I am
I
telling
need
you.
medical help. Like,
I'm not gonna sleep this one out.
And this shit air dried before, but not this time, motherfucker. That blood ain't gonna dry by itself this time.
well, but dude, I was so afraid of him. I actually didn't tell anybody, man. So like,
God damn,
Yeah,
he's a jerk.
2 weeks later, after like, I would always like, there was the entry wound. In my mind, I thought it had fallen back out because there was dirt, and you know how like when like something liquid hits dirt, it beads up.
Yeah.
I just assumed that the BB was in there. And then I started on the other side of my leg. I started feeling like a bump, and I was like, "Oh my God, the BB went all the way through my fucking leg." And so I had a relative. I was actually in church, and I was sitting there like messing with it, and she was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, but you can't say anything."
You promise you're not gonna say anything.
Next thing I know, I'm in the ER. They're doing like a mini surgery on me. The doctor's like, "You're lucky you said something because it's getting infected, and if you wanted to say anything, you would have lost your leg." Like, yeah, dude. So
Shit.
fucking Eric.
Those are the stories I wish I had, like, a brother, dude. Like, growing up. Like, fuck, dude.
Dude, my brother was a fucking menace, dude.
Would he pick on you?
All fucking day, bro. Yo, you want to hear
Eric
the best
was 3
one?
years older than him. I could imagine what.
Yeah.
My brother was
older.
12 years, bro.
Oh shit,
Dude, so he had this thing. My parents used to be like really big party animals.
Yeah.
And so they would always throw like New Year's parties, Christmas parties, all this, right? And we had like tons of people over. Our fucking block would be like just filled with cars, right? This motherfucker would pants me every fucking party. But not just pants, I mean like underwear, everything. I was a little kid, bro. 12 years younger.
Yeah.
So, you know, fucking baby dick out. I'm a little kid and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's always, bro, it'd be like girls there and shit. At the time, I was such a little kid, like it didn't really matter.
No wonder
But it was
you
the-
hate women.
But it's the fact. No, I fucking love women. That's the damn problem. But it would always happen, right? I fucking like, dude. One time,
you treat him like dog shit. I'm sorry. Let's carry on. Sorry.
we're fucking cutting that, boys. We're fucking cutting that.
No, we're not.
Let's ask his wife if that's true.
Honey, what do you call your babe?
You walk up, honey, I'm home. Like she's been there all fucking
I
day.
don't call her anything. I just spit on her.
You gotta moisturize, dude. Bro,
Well, she's not enough.
Giving her a massage.
you've had a rough day today. So there was this one time, dude.
She's gonna make everything all right.
So one of the very last times I remember, bro, he handcuffed me to the drawer in the kitchen and then pulled my pants off, right? So I was like, I couldn't do anything, and I'm just standing there, bro, for like 10, 15 minutes, just fucking standing there, my dick out and shit, right?
No, why so long?
Because he's a dick.
Why didn't nobody help you?
Because he's a dick.
People saw you for 10
He's
15
the only
minutes.
one with the key. Who's gonna fucking help me?
But your pants are at your legs.
And underwear, not just fucking pants. Everyone's just fucking walking by. I got a little kid with dick out. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you with your other hand?
Wait, where was
No,
this at?
I was. Both my hands were fucking cupped
And where were you?
at my house.
Oh, okay.
I was cupped like this to the back drawer. And bro, I remember like trying to pull the drawer out of the fucking cabinet. Dude. It was a fucking shit show. That was the very last time I remember, bro. And then he left to the Navy and shit. He left to the Navy when I was 5, so that should tell you like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
okay, gotcha.
I was a little kid. He came back one year, and you know at this point he was already.
You've been busting weights. and
Yo,
shit.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, sees you?
I had my growth.
What's
I'm
up,
like, bro, I'm
motherfucker?
6'2", bro. So like, I had my growth spurt, everything, right? I grew up in the Northeast. At this point, I had already gotten like ass whoopings, like dealt ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Learning how to pick locks.
Yeah. He came back. He came back with his. He had a wife now and a kid now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they came back and all this shit. It was Christmas. And I was fucking with him the whole time. Like I got one of those master locks, and I went and got all his jeans from his luggage, and I fucking put the lock on it, like all the belt loops. And I was like, "You ain't wearing no pants here, bitch, right? If you made me take mine off, you ain't wearing no pants, right?" Dude, we started like, he started fucking with me when we were like in the living room, like the den, like watching TV and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, dude.
It's going down.
I fucking picked him up, slammed him, and I stripped his ass butt naked in front of my whole.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear on everything. My mom, his fucking wife, my dad, right? And I'm like, what now, bitch? What now? Everyone's seeing your little dick now. Now what, motherfucker? Pants me again, bitch. Never fuck with me ever again, dude.
You know
But
what, bro?
I will say I took it too far now that I think about it, bro. Because he's a grown ass man now, bro.
How old were you then? And how old was he? When that happened?
Let's see, 18. He was 18, so 4. I had to have been like 12 or 13.
Wow.
This is my dumbass little brother. You fucking hate you.
Yeah, dude, and that was it. Never fuck with me ever again, bro. I'm looking back at it, I do feel bad because, like, bro, I had him butt naked in front of his parents and his wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
his kids all watching, like, Dad.
That reminds me. Have you ever seen the movie?
Harry.
Have you ever seen the movie Four Christmases?
No.
Oh, it's a good movie, dude. It's Vince Vaughn and his brothers are like MMA fighters, and they beat the shit out of him during Christmas. That's what reminded me of it. It's great.
Dude, that's fucking. I've never heard that shit. That shit's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
There's very little stories I have with my brother, but the ones I do were fucking hilarious, bro.
That's amazing.
He's a fucking bully. So, like, I feel for you 1,000%, dude.
You know what's weird, though? Like, later on in life, I started boxing. I got into jiu-jitsu, and I actually, like, toughened up, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I looked back, and I was like, you know what? Like, I actually appreciated everything that he did. Because I was like, you know what?
The question is, did he truly toughen you up?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, I feel like he really did, like, without realizing it, he really did, like, meet his goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he knows I would whoop the fuck out of
You know what's funny about all this shit, though, is, like, he's told me those stories and all this crazy shit, right? But he has said that. He's said that many times. Oh, now, like, he would beat the shit out of me. And I'm like, well, I want to see it.
He told me that, too. Yeah. It's funny, though, too. I agree with you, the same sentiment. Actually, when he was in the Bay Area, I said the same thing. I attribute everywhere I'm at right now because of my brother, for sure.
Right.
A lot. He did a lot for me, for sure. So, like, I feel for you on the bully shit because I went there, too. But also, it did a lot for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it makes for great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, for you to say that you got pissed on, like, most people would be like, oh, it's fucking embarrassing. Dude, that's a fucking great story, man.
Right.
Yo, you know, I actually pulled a U at one point.
What did you do?
Well, actually, I pulled an Eric.
You bleached your asshole?
I pulled an Eric,
You
actually.
pissed on your hand?
Dude, my sister... Okay, I used to play Sega Genesis when I was a little kid.
Yeah, of course.
And they made me stop playing. My sister's like, my friends are coming over and blah, blah, blah. Like, you have to stop. Go to your room and shit. I was fucking pissed. I was livid, dude. I just want to play Sonic the Hedgehog, dude. What's the fucking problem?
Dude, I used to fuck with that, too. My sister was on Sega.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Fuck
and
yeah,
that
dude.
was fucking fun.
So they're like all sitting on the floor, like backs up against the couch,
Right.
watching TV, right? We had this like coffee table in front of the couch. I fucking ran up on there, dude. I fucking whipped my dick out and I pissed on all of them, dude. I had no warning, nothing. Bro. I just fucking ran up there, wham, and just fucking bathed all of them, dude, right then and there.
Like a sprinkler of piss.
I let them have it, dude.
What was the reaction?
They all started yelling. My dad beat the fuck out of me. And I never pissed on anyone ever again. If anyone ever asked me, like, hey, are you into pissing? Nah, I have trauma.
You see,
fucking
like,
ass whooping I got. Hell no.
that's what sucked. Had I like got my dad involved when Eric pissed on me, he would have beat the shit out of me for it. He would have been like, somehow it was my fault.
So you're the smart one for not saying shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then it would have been I got pissed on and I got the shit beat out of me. You know what I mean? So
Yo, you know what?
Hey, Eric would be on his top bunk like this.
exactly, dude. That's exactly what he would have done.
Little Eric chubby cheeks is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Of course, dude.
I told you not to
Yeah.
say shit.
no, how he is now. He was a little sarcastic ass fucking.
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's how he is, huh?
Yep. Exactly, dude. 100%. 100%.
Dude, you know what's fucked up about that? That was the same shit with me. I used to play dodgeball with the kids, like, on the block.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I was running backwards and I fucking fell and I hit my head. And I had, like very minor blood, right? But I was like, fuck, I hit my head pretty hard. So I ran in there and I'm like, yo, Dad, I just fucking fell and, like, hit my head. It was like blood. Wham! Right across the fucking face. Slapped me, right? And I'm like, did you just not hear? I could have a concussion, motherfucker. Like, what is going on here, you know?
Yeah.
A stupid ass, I told you not to be playing those stupid games. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You're damned if you do. You're
Yeah,
damned if you
no
don't.
matter what,
Yeah.
you're getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, watch this. Hey, Paul, do you know what time we're at, brother?
Actually, an hour and 2 minutes.
That hour fucking flew by.
Yeah.
I think we're like close or nearing the end. I think we should go into our Q&A, right? So again, we had questions from our fucking viewers, just random questions.
Hey, keep those questions coming. I fucking love them.
Yeah, honestly,
I love
dude,
this
shout
part,
out
honestly,
to everyone
'cause
who
it's
fucking
different.
submitted them, dude. Yeah.
It's fucking music. It's fucking serious shit. It's all
everything,
over.
bro. We've
it's
had
all over.
from porn categories to favorite albums to everything, bro. It's been fucking sick.
You can ask anything.
Hey, Paul, you want to tell us your favorite porn category? Just kidding. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Top 3? No.
Hey, top 10. I know everybody in this room got him.
Hang on, let me pull up my history real quick. Oh, fuck. This has been a good one, boys.
Fuck yeah.
Man. I love the beers.
You're down to hey,
Yeah, bro,
hey,
you're fucking
take
shit
that
up.
one.
Yeah, let me
I'll
open
get
it.
that. Yeah, thank you, man.
It's the last one, actually.
Oh, damn, look at you.
I appreciate that.
Fuck yeah.
Adrian would never do this.
You look,
Real
dude,
quiet.
I'm gonna...
I would have talked some shit, but I'm like,
I'm gonna pitch something here, and you let us know if you ever want to make it like instead of half and half, like 1/3 podcast. Just let us know.
Yeah, a quarter podcast. So it'd be all of us. One quarter.
No, actually, we do need to all fucking get together and do a pod soon, man. Whether it
that
be,
sounds sick, but it sounds impossible.
whether it be on Exile or whether it be on H&H, we got to do it for sure. Dude.
I agree.
Seriously,
That sounds
agree.
cool, man. Let's get that
I'm
cooking.
fucking down.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So first question comes from some dude named Stevie.
Wonder what he has to say.
It's actually directed at you, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, "Would you ever bang a guy, and why is it Adrian?"
I don't know why, but that shit fucking sounds familiar.
What kind of a Stevie would ask me that?
Weird. I'll investigate.
Of course.
We're gonna have to find this guy.
Dude, it's all the same upside down and in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
No, motherfucker.
You know, in the dark, that should be glowing like a motherfucker. That should. Hey, it's the dark, but no, there's lights going. There's something on.
His butthole's bioluminescent at this point.
The amount of money he spends on bleach is probably in the fucking billions.
It's because too, like he's Native American, so he doesn't grow much hair. So it's much smoother, man.
It's not smooth.
Is that true, Adrian?
Dude's ears is
Built for
fucking-
speed, dude. He's dynamic as fuck.
Dude's ears is fucking ringing like a motherfucker right now. Dude is poking his ear like it hurts.
Just trying to chill and relax.
Dude's fucking finger is so deep in his ear right now.
Or butt. Oh, fuck,
Fucking
dude.
A, bro.
Oh, man, that was a good one.
These sidetracks are fucking like great.
They're gold, man. Fuck. I teared up, dude. Oh, all right.
What else we got?
Next fucking question. This is from our homie Caesar. Shout out fucking local degenerate.
The Glizzy Goblin himself.
If you could be at any concert, past or present, what would it be? And why is it Monsters in Moscow?
What is that?
It was a fucking old ass festival that had like a bunch of like, what was it
Metallica, Pantera.
a bunch of like old shit.
I feel like he's throwing shade, but how is he throwing shade? Because that sounds amazing.
I feel like he's not throwing shit. I feel like that's all he knows.
I would have hated to be at that concert, man.
Yeah.
Like I think there was something like a million people showed up, and like women were raped, like dudes were beaten like within an inch of their life
Son of a bitch.
by like the military. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, yeah, like I guess to see the band's cool, but dude,
That's a fuck. You're just banned.
Yeah.
Rape, killings,
Exactly.
ass beatings in the back.
Exactly,
Like, nope,
dude.
I'm here for this, bitches.
yeah, exactly, dude.
That's gnarly. Where was that?
In Russia,
Russia, Moscow.
Yeah.
Oh, duh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, Caesar, fuck that show. But if you could be at any concert, past or present, what would it be?
I'll let you go first.
This is just the first thing coming to mind. Is this
I
another
swear to
one?
God, if you say something that I'm about to say,
No, I'm not.
all right.
I'm not. You're not gonna guess this one. It would be originally like the original Sepultura, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, like the lineup, like fucking. Have you seen the original Sepultura?
No, never have. No.
I know Eric
Oh,
has.
wait, have I? Maybe I have.
Probably like that in the fucking early '80s, maybe, or not, like late '80s, whatever. Something like that. That would be fucking cool.
That's pretty sick.
He cannot relate to that what I just said, but
Not at all.
I know there's someone in this room. can.
I'll probably do. I don't know if I want to say it was a Summer Slaughter tour, but I'm not entirely sure. But I will say Mitch and Trevor being alive and seeing Suicide Silence and Black Dahlia.
That'd be fucking sick.
Take that.
I'm gonna take it back actually. At a fucking Led Zeppelin show, like back in the day, I would love to see that.
Ooh, that would be pretty.
I would have
fire.
loved, like in the fucking what?
Experience wise, that would be fucking fire.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
I think, yeah, like for me, thinking about it, I would like kind of piggyback after what you said is like, yeah, like Pink Floyd, like the original, like Roger Waters, back when like they were the shit. I mean, they still are, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Are
prime
they?
area.
They're still alive, huh?
Yeah, and I don't think it's like the whole band. I think it might even just be Roger Waters now. He's like returned. I don't even know.
And what's the other guy?
I don't even know, man.
Something with a W. His last name.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. But yeah,
there's two dudes still alive.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, But yeah, Led Zeppelin too.
If that would have happened, I would love to see that. They came from a story I've heard. They came in like the early '90s.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. And it was like, but I don't think it was Roger Waters though. I think it was the other guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, you know, you guys have heard like the backstory about how like my dad introduced me to music and shit, right? Mm-hmm. There's a picture of me as a little kid, and I had like a hat that had Pink Floyd on it. That is the number one fucking like shit I remember being a little kid, like my dad jamming to.
Wow.
So to see that, I'd be fucking stoked. Especially if I could take my pops with me, that'd be sick.
That'd be amazing, bro.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
For years, I heard Led Zeppelin was gonna do like a big thing, but I've never really heard anything about really happening. That'd be amazing. I could imagine the ticket prices. Led Zeppelin like doing like one fucking last one.
Yeah, that'd be fucking
I could imagine that.
I mean, we might be able to see them in hologram form one day.
Yeah, true, dude.
I mean,
shit's going crazy.
I'd be there. I'd go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, last question. There was a little bit more, but we're going to tailor it just because we've done it before on the podcast. And this is from Tim the Impaler. Shout out Deathhead. Y'all's latest concert experience. He originally asked, like, what is your favorite? But we've talked about that before on the podcast. So he said, what's your favorite or your latest concert experiences? So how about we just go latest?
Okay. I think the last one I was at, you were at too, which was Morbid Angel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was literally the last show I saw.
Was that was the after Norma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
When was that? That was... Fuck, I can't remember.
Yeah, Morbid Angel, Revocation, who I love now.
I knew you were going to like them.
So good, man.
Did I tell you to check them out before?
Yeah. No, you had mentioned. Yeah, you had mentioned at the show
that you were gonna like them.
Yeah, super good, man.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fucking like them, dude. Their shit is fucking good, and I just got into them within the last year or two.
Yeah, dude,
really good,
amazing, man.
I told you to listen to them. You haven't, huh?
Nope.
Fucking good, dude. They have a song with Trevor, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
I think they do. They have a song with Trevor, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. What about?
I think mine. I think mine was Larry June.
Yeah.
Was it? Larry June.
It sure was.
At Lowbrow, the new Lowbrow. Have you been there?
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but not the building. It was only when it was that parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't even been to that. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
No, it's on Texas Street.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cool. It's way bigger than the old Lowbrow, but it's fucking sick, man. They bring some cool stuff. They bring like fucking death metal to fucking Cali hip hop. Like,
I've never been there.
You would like it. It's cool, man.
It's fucking sick.
You?
Mine was Verminous Remnant Tour.
Yeah.
Who?
When was that?
Verminous Remnant Tour was the Black Dahlia, Frozen Soul.
Oh, gotcha,
When we were in the Bay.
Fuming Mouth.
Gotcha.
Well, I saw that. I think the week after was Larry June.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I had a fucking blast at that show, dude. That was fucking insane. Dude, there was so much chaos there. So, like, the way that theater set up was there's, like, tiers to it.
Right.
But it's not, like, seating or anything. Like, it's just a tier, and there's just, like, a bunch of people. Another tier, a bunch of people, right? So, like,
oh, wow.
I think it was for Terror. We went down to, like, right before, like, where the bottom tiers where all the mosh pit shit happened.
Right.
So we were, like, right above it, right? And we're, like, watching this shit, dude. Some dude just fucking goes up on the guardrail and just fucking dives into people at the bottom. Like,
oh, shit.
Bro, whoever was down there got fucking annihilated,
They
bro.
got fucking wasted.
They didn't even know it was fucking coming, dude.
Dude is chilling there with his beer, his fucking neck probably.
He fucking snapped, dude.
That's nothing new at a terror show.
That's like
Motherfuckers get beat the shit, like, fucked up.
That's like Eric at Anthrax. Same shit.
That's a good thing to bring up.
I
saw those fucking video, and I was like, who the fuck is that kid?
Hey,
somebody.
That's what I was about to say,
ass.
bro. I'm so glad you used that word, bro. Something about this, like the fact that we're still in like music scenes and shit like that, it makes us younger at heart. Because when Eric turns around and he does this little fucking hand,
yeah,
right? He looked like a fucking 5-year-old just crowd surfing, dude.
Well, I've heard for years, man. I've seen Anthrax maybe 2-3 times, like a good amount. They're one of my up there bands,
right?
And he's never seen them, until then. I was like, what the fuck? How have you not seen these guys? So when he told me you guys were gonna go out to Albuquerque, right?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I know he's fucking stoked. I see the videos, I'm like, this fucking child.
You know what's funny? Well, you know what's funny is that I went up to the front, right? And he comes up to me. He's like, "Why are we so close to the stage?" I'm like, "You're bougie ass. Like, I'm bougie too, but I still like to get down in a show. Like, I still like to be there. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Whatever." And I was like, "We'll move right
he's
now."
All flipping his hair.
Yeah, exactly. And then like a song in, he just comes up to me and he yells and he goes, "I just heard something crowd surf. Make sure you film it." That's all I heard. And I saw him disappear in the crowd. And then, boom, there he was. It was like fucking great, dude. It's like a gymnast hitting that stance at the very end.
He sticks to dismount.
Yeah, exactly.
What I want to know is how the fuck did they pick his ass up?
He said that a lot of people denied him. Yeah.
No.
And then finally some dude was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, guy. Let's go."
You're like, no, you little short fat fuck. I can say that because I'm fat too.
He's got balls, man. I wouldn't even do that shit. But yeah, I give him that.
You know what? I just think he was at that happy place, man, and seen fucking Anthrax. What do you remember what jam it was?
I want to say it was Caught in the Mosh, actually. I want to say.
Probably a good jam. Yeah. So,
well, boys, we're at the end of our fucking episode. Paul, is there anything you would like to say? Any looking back thoughts? Anything you want to share?
No, man. I mean, honestly, well, first of all, thank you guys for having me. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Really, the only shout out I want to give is to you guys, because you guys have you've stuck it out. You guys have done amazing. I'm your producer, but I'm a fan too. You know what I mean? Watching you guys do stuff, and I watch it objectively, and I really love what you guys are all about, what you guys are doing. And so I'm super appreciative of being able to just be here. And hopefully you guys keep doing it, because I just truly, truly enjoy watching it, listening to it. And I think if I'm enjoying it, I'm assuming a lot of people do. And if not, I know you guys are going to get to that place where you're going to have a lot of people. And so just thank you guys, and I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for those words, man.
Yeah, man, that was fucking nice, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for fucking helping us out. I remember the first fucking podcast I did. I just was basically going to you, just I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, man. And you did give me some pointers. I took some, and everything, and it's been working out. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, bro.
I'm happy to have met Eric, because I met you, man.
Yeah. Likewise, man.
Good people,
likewise.
dude. Good people.
Yeah, I've said the same about him. He's introduced me to Eric. Eric introduced me to you, right? And I've said it. I'm not afraid to say it. I've said it to you. Text, call, whatever, right?
I will blow you. What?
I do value everything that you've done for us. I value what you've shown us. You know what I'm saying? We have side piece conversations, just entirely just fucking whether I'm learning or whatever, right?
Right.
Not even podcast related and shit. So thank you, bro. I really do appreciate that. I was stoked to have you on the podcast for sure, and I'm really looking forward to how we incorporate you and how we just kind of have you just kind of interact more with us, because I do think that you add value to us for sure, bro.
Good people are just still to this day so hard to come by. So
yeah, I agree, man. I agree.
Well, it's another episode, guys. It's your boy David, Despised Views.
Our amazing guest.
Thanks, Paul Ward.
Fuck yeah. Boy Vulgar, let's go.
We'll tag all his shit in the description below. Make sure you guys fucking follow and support all his shit. It's been a real one. Peace. Cheers, boys.
See ya.
Cheers.
Yeah.